It's a perfect Chamber of Commerce day in Durham. Game 3 of this ACC series as Duke looks to complete the sweep of the Virginia Cavaliers. Hi again, friends. Chris Edwards, great to be with Rain Wilson on this perfect Saturday, and delighted to have you with us. Rain, last night the Blue Devils won the series thanks to some timely hitting late in the contest.
Yeah, back and forth ball game. Duke took the early lead. Virginia came storming back, and then it was a Layla Lamar key 2-out double to give this team the Game 2 victory and the series win against the Virginia Cavaliers.
Fifth consecutive series win for the Blue Devils in the ACC, and they won't change much, including the pitcher, Larissa Hawkes, in the circle for Duke today.
Yeah, don't fix what's not broken. Larissa Hawkes gets the ball again today, the junior. If you look at the numbers, 56 innings pitched, 40 punch-outs in those 56 innings, so not going to be a strikeout pitcher, known for that. But her key here is to collect outs early, fill up the zone, and let the defense work. And you look at the scouting report, she's going to work mid-60s, a lot east to west, has an elite curveball. She'll work in the rise ball, drop ball, and changeup as well.
Early action for Jade Hilton, who slaps one to the left side for a base hit, and that's a good start for this Virginia lineup.
Yeah, and that's what they're accustomed to seeing is Jade Hilton, their All-American at the top of the lineup, setting the stage for the rest of this lineup. And I'm sure we'll get into it, Chris, but the lineup looks a lot different for Virginia today. Missing 2 key players from last night. Yeah,
and now one of those players that's forced up in the lineup is batting now, and Griffith, the talented center fielder. The rookie takes upstairs for ball 1. A couple of big injuries to Virginia last night. Those 2 players not in the lineup for the Cavaliers this afternoon.
Yeah, Bella Cabral, their cleanup hitter typically, Cassidy Hudson in the 2-hole typically, but instead Jaden Griffith in the 9 spot gets the nod in that 2nd hole. And that's actually, I mean, to me, Jaden Griffith is a great fit for that 2 spot. It's more of a luxury to have her in the 9 hole to turn over the lineup. But you see, I mean, the name that still is highlighted and still is in that lineup is Macy Eaton. It has had more of a quiet weekend, but came up clutch late last night to give her team a chance at the end.
On the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 now on Griffith. And good to see Hilton getting things going for Virginia. You know, has struggled this weekend, was 1 for 7 coming into the at-bat today, and was really aggressive, obviously hitting the first pitch the other way to start the game for a base hit. That one slapped up the middle, and it's back-to-back hits for the Cavaliers to start the game.
Yeah, to that point, Chris, Jade Hilton gets things going with a single through the left side, and then Jaden Griffith, who has been really stellar for this Virginia ball club, gets things going there. Looked like it may have been a hit and run for the slapper, so much speed, but finds a hole and passes to the bat to the best hitter in this lineup in Macy Eaton.
1 for 6 on the weekend, but you mentioned the big hit, had a double that brought home a run. 9 homers on the year for Eaton, who grounds one to first, Stafford to second, and that's all they'll get. Saw both these teams flash the leather at a high level last night, and a nice play by Stafford just to record an out. And Virginia looking for an early run with runners at the corners.
Yeah, I've been really impressed by both of these defenses and their willingness to go and get that lead out. Obviously, that one there, getting Griffith at second, is not the lead out, and Jade Hilton extends to third. But to break the runners out, prevent another runner from going to scoring position is key early in this game.
Hackett, a big swing and a miss. And last night for Hawkes, it was the control that gave her some issues. 3 walks in 2 2/3 innings. Did not give up a hit, but just didn't seem to have the command of all of her pitches. Taking off for second base and making it easily is Eaton. So now a base hit could score 2 for Virginia.
Yeah, and to that point, Chris, honestly, when you go back and look at the game, Hawkes did not miss by much, but credit Virginia, who had really good plate discipline, didn't expand their zones, and so took pitches on the outside edge to draw those walks. To your point, didn't give up a hit, but the 3 passes worked just the same.
2-1 now. And this has been a Virginia offense that has been very selective this year. More walks than strikeouts for the Cavaliers as a group. Virginia, one of the best in the entire ACC, second in the league in walks thrown as a team. And they've been very patient here in the first inning as well.
Yeah, it's so key early in ball games to see pitches, to not expand the zone, and that only happens when you know what you're attacking as a hitter. As an offense, you want to be offensive. You want to be aggressive to a certain zone, and it's clear Virginia has had a plan this weekend.
3-1, and that fills up the count. Hackett was heading to first, called back by Roger Potts, the home plate umpire. Take another look.
Yeah, this one going glove side, catches the top part of the zone. Hackett thought it was ball 4, and instead we run full.
That one is ball 4, and the bases are loaded. First walk of the game issued by Jaquez. You talked about it earlier, Rain, just having more data points. Obviously, Jaquez has seen this Virginia lineup a couple of times. Advantage to the hitters, the more they can see a pitcher?
Absolutely. And for Jaquez, you can't ignore that there's also some advantages there in terms of what you've gotten hitters out on. And so that cat and mouse game of, hey, Friday night you got Jade Hilton over. How did we pitch her? Did we pitch her better, or did she not execute as well as she would have wanted to? And then how do you adjust game to game? And so even that first pitch to Jade Hilton there to get things going was a pitch on the outer edge where Hilton has been getting that steady dose of inside pitches. And so the cat and mouse game is a lot of fun to watch as the series progresses.
So what's the adjustment to the adjustment now for Jaquez?
I think the key so far has been you've got to be able to command the off speed. The off speed has kind of been rolled in, and when you do that, you allow hitters to sit on one speed. And I think the key is not necessarily to pick a side, to pick a pitch that you want to attack with, but how do pitches create the next pitch? So a miss might be a great setup for the next pitch, and so you have to inform through that as you're calling pitches.
After the visit to the circle, she's gotten ahead 0-2, so a good response there from Jaquez.
Absolutely. And head coach Marissa Young knows when to go and have those conversations to deliver a physical cue, an emotional cue, a normal conversation, depending on what her athletes need.
Off the outside corner. Virginia looking for an early afternoon in terms of the run scoring. Cavaliers have loaded the bases with one out. And the count's even on Hickey. Hickey, you'll remember, had a big home run here in the series opener on Friday night. Was 0 for 2 last night, but did draw a walk. And a swing and a miss for a big second out.
Yeah, it's just a really nice pitch by Jaquez. Looks like she's trying to go curveball. It actually peeks out over the middle of the plate, but when you have elite movement and you match up that change-up the pitch before to a 65-mile-per-hour fastball, we'll say, good things happen when you can keep hitters off time.
Now Alex Call, a swing and a miss for strike one. Maybe a little frustration for Virginia, particularly with how the game ended last night, stranded the tying and go-ahead run on base, and now in a position to leave the bases loaded in the first. Jaquez way ahead, 0-2.
Yeah, definitely got to be some frustration in the Cavaliers' dugout. They were really one blip on the radar away from tying the game last night with Cassidy Hudson rounding second and hurt herself somehow in the base path. And you know, if that had not happened, then it's a tie ball game. Maybe Duke doesn't score in the bottom half. Maybe it's extras, and maybe they have another chance to extend the inning. And so just kind of a heartbreaking loss for this Virginia team. And then insult to injury, you lose two of your best players in the top of this lineup.
And now Jaquez trying to wiggle off the hook in the first, but Call stays alive. Call, the sophomore, 1 for 6 in the series. Trying to come up with a big hit for the Cavaliers here. And again, floats one foul. You know, last night it was the 2-out, 2-strike offense for both these clubs that got the job done.
And they'll need that here. And if you're Virginia, I mean, there's no better start than your top two hitters getting base knocks. Pass the bat to Macy Eaton, but for Duke, a big opportunity to get the momentum back in the Blue Devils dugout.
Out to center, Jennings there, and the side retired. So the Blue Devils do get out of first inning trouble, and it's Duke coming up for the first time when you come back to Durham. Gets the ball for Virginia, trying to win the series finale this afternoon.
Eden Bigham was one of the players, when you talk to Coach Harden and the program she's built, that Coach Joe said, hey, when we got Eden Bigham to commit and Jade Hilton, that changed the trajectory of the program. And you look at the numbers, you could see why. 67 innings pitched, 70 punch-outs. So, I mean, that 1-to-1 ratio is always a good sign, and the senior throws hard. She throws up in the zone. She's gone 8 complete games, 8 starts, but she's worked in all different roles for this Virginia team throughout her career, and they're going to need her here today.
Threw in the series opener here on Thursday, inning in 2/3. Got hit around a little bit, couple of runs, couple of hits allowed, including a double and a home run. But starts things with a strike here on Dewana Jennings. Same starting lineup for the Blue Devils this afternoon.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you highlight a player in the very, very middle of your lineup in the 5 spot in Layla Lamar, I mean, that means you got depth. And Layla Lamar had a huge at-bat last night to give her team the lead late. And she did it by great pitch selection, battling off pitches, waiting until a pitch was elevated. And when the 5 hole's doing that and you have Dewana Jennings leading things off, I mean, that means you've got a really, really serious offense.
A Duke team that has really come around on the offensive end as of late after a tough start to the season. Blue Devils are in great position in the ACC. Interaction today, 12-2 in the conference.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about this last night, but they were seriously battle-tested early in this season. I mean, Mary Nutter, they went to Clearwater. They played some of the top teams in the country. And I think at one point in the season, they had lost 8 or 9 games out of 20. They lose to BU, they lose to Georgia, they lose to Texas A&M, they lose to Oklahoma, they lose to Oregon, they lose to BU again. But that is clearly, the iron is sharp in the iron here because they're playing their best softball in ACC play.
That's what you want, though, as a coach, right? This is the time of year you want to start playing your best.
Yeah, and it's a tough balance because you obviously want to create some momentum for your team. And early on, I imagine there was some tougher conversations. I mean, the ERA was a bit inflated. She didn't feel like she was getting from her pitching staff what they needed.
Grounded to third. Oh, a nice play by Tober to complete the out. Virginia flashed the leather beautifully last night, and Tober makes a really tough play look routine.
Yeah, how about the freshman here? Bella Cabral has been a starting third baseman all year long. Got hurt last night. Tober came in and played well. But how about this play? Welcome to Game 3. Tober snags the line drive off the ground from Dewana Jennings, makes the throw over. That is a huge first out for this Virginia team.
Now Vega will bat for the Blue Devils. Takes outside. Vega 2 for 6 in the series. A couple of singles, a pair of walks. Hitting only .448.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But isn't it interesting, like when you think about, hitting .448, if you break it down, that's really a hit 4 times in every 10 at-bats. I mean, that's still 6 at-bats where you're not getting a hit. And we're talking like .448, that's great. But it's just the sport, isn't it? Like, you've got to be okay being able to fail 4 out of 10 times.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is one of the best athletes in our sport, one of the best second basemen, and I would argue the best second baseman in the country. And, yeah, she's failing 6 out of 10 times in terms of getting a hit. It's a tough sport, and I mean, having played a little while ago as I get older, but the scars you build and the thick skin you build from failing over and over again can lead to some great things.
But I think if you look at this from a Virginia standpoint, too, obviously the game last night didn't end the way that you wanted it to, left the tying and go-ahead run on base. But I think the beauty of this sport is that you get to come back again today and have another opportunity as Vega grounds one through the right side for a base hit. You don't have to sit around and stew on it for a week or 4 days. You can come out and go right back to work.
That's right. And obviously not the result that this Virginia team has won in terms of this series, but when you look at the record and you look at the opportunity here today to get a ranked victory, this can bode well for not only their NCAA tournament hopes, but their regional hosting hopes. If they go on a run here late in ACC play and they stack some ranked wins, there's a good chance that this team is hosting at Palmer Park.
Which is probably one of the next steps in the progression for this program.
Right. And they have KPIs, they have goals, and they actually work with a consultant, Coach Joanna Harden was telling me, to figure out what are the objective measurables that we can do to ensure we are in that hosting conversation. And when they look at how they built their schedule, it was very, very intentional. I think in talking to Coach Harden, they thought Ohio State not having their best year, but they played them twice. Michigan, another one that not having that best RPI, and so it doesn't help Virginia as much. But still, when you look at the record, 31-5, means you got a pretty good ball club.
And strike three call at Oakland. Down looking. First strikeout of the game for Bigham.
And they have had a hard time getting Jess Oakland off the base path. Here's the off speed on the outside edge. Just a nasty pitch that freezes up the junior. A great job by Eden Bigham to attack, and then pull the string.
Line to short, and there is Hilton to spirit and retire the side. One out single, but that's it for the Blue Devils in the first. 0-0 after an inning. Find a shady spot. Temperatures in the 80s, but a picture-perfect day here in Durham. No score as we head to the second.
Absolutely beautiful day. And finally at that 80-degree mark, haven't gotten into that sweltering heat that we know in Durham, but beautiful day in the ballpark. There's some shade out there too, so you don't have to be in the sun if you don't want to.
But you can if you want to work on your
tan. You certainly
tan.
can.
I mean, listen, we saw a guy out there at 7 o'clock last night working on the tan. I mean, it's, to each their own.
That's right.
We're not here to pass judgment.
No. We're here sitting in a really cold ACC pumping box.
I had to open the window to get a little counterbalance. Weismer leads off in the second for Virginia and takes low from Hawkes. Hawkes worked into and out of trouble in the first, gave up a couple of singles, walked the batter, but left the bases loaded. And Virginia, once again, struggling to get that big hit early in a game. Cavaliers did battle back to tie things last night before the Blue Devils went ahead. And for Hawkes, feels like getting ahead in the count, one of the really important things moving forward in this outing.
Absolutely, and when you can't do that, then you just allow hitters to pick a side of the plate, pick a pitch, and sell out for that pitch when they're in these high-leverage counts. So statistically, it's just a tough position to put yourself in.
And it's falling behind here 3-0. Weismer 1 for 3 in the series. A single, a walk, a strikeout. Came on as a pinch hitter last night, drew a walk, and takes a walk here to start the second.
That's a great job by Hannah Weismer to come in and just not try to do so much. I think for Virginia, as we've talked about, definitely the feeling the pressure to have that big hit, to give themselves some momentum. So as a hitter, sometimes when you do that, you expand the zone, you get out of your body. Doesn't do that there.
Graydon bunts one toward third, and a nice play by Jones to get the out at first.
Yeah, it's a great job on both sides. This is just good softball. Madison Green gets the bunt down. Tyrena Jones reads it all the way, makes the throw on the run to Amina Vega, who then checks the runner at second base and Weismer. Virginia trades it out to get a runner in scoring position.
Now Tober, the talented freshman, the talented first year, takes a strike. First year, second year, third year, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm a Virginia girl.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I'm from Virginia. I did not go to Virginia, though.
We're aware.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're aware. You did not go hang out on the grounds.
No. I had a lot of friends that go to Virginia, though. Beautiful place.
Love Charlottesville. Out to left field. Matthews tested and makes the grab, crossing into foul territory. Tober hit that ball well, but a nice play by the Duke left fielder.
That's just a great jump by the freshman. Check it out. Off the bat, reads it well, knows she's got plenty of room. Catch on the run, and then the presence of mind to get the ball in quickly. Great job by the freshman Matthews out and left.
Lineup turns over now for Jade Hilton up in an RBI opportunity. Takes outside here. Yeah, we deduced last night you were the goat from Mechanicsville.
I don't know about that. I don't know if we deduced that.
We did, yes. You can go back and look at the tape. We figured that out.
Okay.
Hilton fouls it away.
Yeah, she's seeing it well. We knew she wasn't going to be quiet for long. That in Jade Hilton, the All-American for this Virginia team. She was another one, as I mentioned, with Eden Bigham in the circle, that Coach Joanna Harden said when Jade and Eden committed, we knew we had something special, and they have been nothing short of that in their career.
Check swing, went around. It's 1-2. Jaquez, a pitch away from getting off the field. Hilton bloops one to left, a base hit. Weismer gets the wave around, and Virginia has the 1-0 lead. Just who the Cavaliers wanted to get going, it's Jade Hilton with a 2-out, 2-strike RBI single.
And this is what elite bat speed can do as an offense. A pitch up and in actually handcuffs Hilton a bit, but when you have elite bat speed and you get hung up with something on your hands and enough strength to put it out into left field, it's a good sign, as it looks like we might see a pitching change.
We will for the Blue Devils. Ava Bradshaw looks like she's going to come in and toss for Duke. We'll tell you all about it when we come back to Durham. Cavaliers by a run in the second. Blue Devils with the run in and 2 out in the second inning.
Yeah, Bradshaw, one of the redshirt freshmen on this team, who has come in and been a key piece to the bullpen, relieving Larissa Jaquez. And look at the numbers, 5-1 on the year, 17 appearances. And again, in those 40 innings pitched, only 26 strikeouts. So not going to be a strikeout pitcher, which is difficult to do in college softball, period, point blank these days. But head coach Briscoe is going to look for Bradshaw to fill up the zone. Jaquez struggled a little bit with command as we look at what Bradshaw brings to the table. It's a curve to both sides, so that right now a curve, the ability to go into Jaden Griffith. She'll stay up in the zone, has a limited changeup, but she can show it, which will be key against this Virginia offense.
Facing Jaden Griffith here with a runner at second and 2 out. Griffith a base hit her first time and takes strike one. Cannot close the book on Jaquez yet. The runner at second, her responsibility. Bradshaw delivers the 0-1 and misses low. If you're sitting at home, folks may be wondering, why did Duke make the change there? What's the thought process for Coach Young?
I think there's so many factors that we are not privy to,
Sure.
and that fans are not privy to, in terms of pitch counts, in terms of the analytics that they have on Jaden Griffith. I imagine, Ava Bradshaw's really good command to her arm side, meaning away from Griffith. But ultimately, right now, this Duke team and head coach Marissa Young has proved that they need strike throwers in the circle. They have such a great defense behind them. They feel like if they don't give up that free pass, good things will happen. And so Bradshaw hoping for Duke to fill up the zone.
To second base, Vega is there to end the inning. But the Cavaliers, with 2 outs and 2 strikes, strike as Hilton gets the base hit. And at the end of an inning and a half, it's Virginia leading by a run.
One runner left on base. We head to the bottom of the second inning.
To the bottom of the second inning in Durham. Chris Edwards, Rain Wilson, rest of our great team. Thanks for spending part of your Saturday with us. Blue Devils will bring Lamar, Mathis, and Rodriguez to the plate here in the second.
Yeah, and this Lamar, Mathis, Rodriguez trio, and even Stafford and the 8th spot have been huge this weekend. Lamar with the big hit last night. KK Mathis, the 2A player, on Thursday night. Kyrie Rodriguez has had a great series. Jayla Stafford hit a home run in Game 1. And so this is not a part of the lineup that gets any easier for Eden Bigham in the circle.
Lamar, the hero for Duke last night, came up clutch for Duke in the late innings with his 2-strike, 2-run double.
Yeah, and this was on the 7th pitch of the at-bat. What you don't see before this double off the wall is the takes, the battling, the fouling off pitches until she got one that she wanted and could do damage with. And damage she did.
Bloops that one out to the right side, and Call is there to make the catch. Leadoff batter retired for the second time. You talk about unsung heroes in this series for Duke. It was Lamar, who maybe is not the headline grabber for Duke that had the big hit last night. But the batter now for the Blue Devils, KK Mathis, was the hero both in the circle and at the plate on Thursday for the Blue Devils.
Exactly right. Made her second career pitching appearance. She's a redshirt junior, so academically she is a senior. Second career appearance in the circle, gave her team 2 2/3, and then it hit a clutch double late in that game.
Pops that one to the right side, and Eaton makes the play 2 down. I know it's early, but give Bigham a lot of credit. Has come in, pounded the zone, and has gotten a lot of big outs early in this contest.
She's really, really, really good. And when these two teams matched up in 2024, they went 12 innings. Virginia ended up taking the series in a doubleheader on the second day. And Eden Bigham was the name you circle as, like, that is who really led their team to victory.
Strike on the inside corner.
She's just got all the tools, too. She can throw a really nasty curve on the outside edge, which you saw KK Mathis kind of chase there, and extend the barrel with a little bit less power than she would have liked, but she also has the elite rise ball up in the zone, can work in the drop, and then, the changeup is just kind of the cherry on top.
Didn't go on a pitch in the dirt. It's 1-1. Rodriguez had a homer here on Thursday. One of 2 hits for the Blue Devil catcher in the series. Fisted foul. It's 1-2. Just doesn't seem like anyone's been able to get comfortable in the batter's box for Duke.
Well, and I think credit Bigham, because I'm thinking as a hitter, like, what would the approach be? And you're just kind of caught between everything. It's hard to sit on that curveball because as a righty, that's a pitch that, depending on who you are, that's a hard pitch to do damage with. And then if you sit on an up and in pitch, you have to really, really commit to that. Otherwise, you're going to induce a weak flyout. And then in the back of your mind, you have to also recognize and respect that the off speed can come in any count. It's just a really, really tough pitcher to go in with a game plan. And even if you know what's coming, it's still hard to hit.
Good take there. Count evens 2-2. Rodriguez looking for some 2-out magic with Duke trailing by a run in the second. It's the third 3-ball count for Bigham. So as good as she's been, she has had some deep counts in the game.
Absolutely, and credit this Duke offense because they've continued to battle pitches. You can tell the righties are trying to get something elevated, but
that one elevated to center. Griffith coming in and makes a diving catch. Tremendous defense from the Cavaliers center fielder. And the Blue Devils are kept off the board in the second.
Move from right field yesterday to center field today, and a huge play. Virginia's up 1-0.
At NMD PSM, we're guided.
For the Blue Devils, got the final out of the second, and now we'll have to navigate through the heart of the Virginia order in the third.
Yeah, tough task against Macy Eaton, who's hit her stride, I would say, in the last handful of at-bats. Had that key double last night that ended poorly for Virginia. They had an injury to Cassidy Hudson as she was rounding the bases, but this is a player, if you circle, if you're a Duke, that we will try to not let her beat us, but difficult to do.
First pitch outside. Eaton, the second Blue Devil pitcher of the game. Low for ball 2. Jaquez started, gave up 1 run and 3 hits over an inning and 2/3. Might be one of those all hands on deck days for the Blue Devils in the circle. Out into center field and hit well. Jennings to the wall, and Eaton has left the yard. 2-0 Virginia.
And Chris, even with all hands on deck against Macy Eaton, you're going to have your hands full. We'll take a look at the pitch. 2-0 count, and just sells out for the pitch up and away. Right in the wheelhouse of Eaton, and she does not miss it. A 1-run lead turns into a 2-run lead with a solo shot from the best hitter in this Virginia lineup.
10th homer of the year for Eaton. Virginia with their 48th long ball as a team. And boy, that feels like plenty of run support for Eden Bigham, doesn't it? Just how good she's been so far.
Absolutely, and the more that they can tack on, the better off they are. And then also, they have some weapons in the bullpen still, too. Courtney Lane, we saw Thursday night, who pitched well.
2-0 on Hackett. And if you're looking from a Virginia lineup standpoint for someone to pick up some of the offensive slack, you hope it's not anything serious and Cabrillo can come back into the game and come back and, be a contributor for Virginia this year. Same with Hudson, as that one grounded up the middle for a base hit. But if you're looking for someone to come through and be that spark, that big hitter in the offense, Eaton certainly has the pedigree to be that.
Absolutely. And, I think this Virginia team and the program and the culture that head coach Joanna Harden and her staff have built is such that, the next man up mentality, as we see Duke employing that as well with appears to be KK Mathis coming out of the dugout to relieve Bradshaw.
So another pitching change for the Blue Devils, perhaps. Duke will enter the DP as Mathis will make her 3rd career pitching performance. They've all come in the last week. 2 of them have come this weekend. Blue Devils trailing by 2 and Virginia looking for more when you return. In the series and looking to, again, be the catalyst for the Blue Devils like she was on Thursday.
And look, we're going to hammer this point because it's absolutely insane. It's her 3rd career pitching appearance against a top 20 team in UVA. Some polls have this Virginia team at 12th in the country. And you look at what she's been able to do offensively and in the circle, 2 2/3 and a key stretch of innings for this Duke team in Game 1. And they'll need that from her here in Game 3.
That ball lofted out to left field off Hickey's bat. Playable, though, for Matthews, who makes the catch for the first out.
And it'll be interesting to see how this Virginia team adjusts. This is an athlete that for Virginia, they don't have the data on. They don't have the analytics on. But they do have a little bit of sample size in those 2 2/3 innings. They faced Mathis a couple games ago. How will they adjust?
Call will be the hitter. Sends that one to center. Jennings shielding her eyes from the sun and makes the catch. Talk to me here. Jennings had the sunglasses on top of the visor there and had to use the glove to shield her eyes. It feels like sometimes the sunglasses aren't enough.
Yeah, I think it also just depends on, and it looks so funny you say that, Chris. She just put them on.
Oh, yeah, I got the shades. The sun has been a factor, not just this weekend, but throughout the course of the season and the history of this ballpark.
Absolutely. Especially right field and on the right side as the sun creeps over in the late afternoon. But here in the middle of the day, for the center fielder, it can be definitely a factor too, especially with the cloud coverage over top here in Durham.
You were probably too young to remember this. I'm going to date myself.
Oh, boy.
But back in the day, they had the flip shades.
Oh, I know the flip shades.
Grounded foul. It's 2-1.
Listen, if they would have allowed me to wear those as a player here at Duke, I totally would have. They looked sick.
They
Troy
did.
Tulowitzki, no, they didn't have them, but like Tulo and in a Rockies uniform, he always used to wear them.
Chipper Jones.
Chipper Jones, well, eye black. Eye black, I feel like has been phased out a little bit.
But I don't know that eye black does anything.
Oh, certainly not. I mean, maybe the glare, but it just looks cool.
It's all for the show.
Yeah.
Okay. 2-2.
Can't hurt, though. Can't hurt, Chris.
To the left side and through. Weisner with a base hit. It's the third hit of the inning for the Cavaliers, who are looking to add on to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's the adjustment if you're head coach Joanna Hart and this staff, you need to see from your righties is get on top. The more weak fly balls that KK Mathis induces, that's a signal that Virginia is either off time or they're chasing to expand the zone, but they're hard ground balls through the middle to make the adjustment to find your timing.
First pitch low on Green. By the way, shout out to our guy, Blake Woodard, doing some deep diving here today, our producer, finding the pitching line for KK Mathis from her high school days. As that went to third, that is a fair ball. Jones will step on the bag and retire the side, and we'll have to save that for the next inning. But hold on, is Virginia going to want to take a look? Coach Harden, I think, going to protest that it's a foul ball. So let's hold the phone here to see if Virginia does in fact want to challenge. They do not, and that will take us into a break. Virginia gets the solo home run, strands a couple aboard, and it's the Cavaliers leading by 2 after 2.5. As we head to the game's third inning, the bottom of the third, and Duke trying to get something going against Edom Bigham here in the third inning. Nice day for a game, enjoying the sun.
Yep. Got some picnic tables over there. They sell beveraginos in the fridge over here now.
Is that French?
I don't know. I think it must be. No, I just made it up.
Okay. Jayla Stafford.
Little beveragino.
It's Italian, fragile.
I like it.
Stafford starting things for Duke. A homer here in the series opener on Thursday. And leads in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes. It's 3-0. Bigham yet to record a walk today, although has been in some deep counts. Blue Devils just searching for a base runner. Only 1 hit for Duke so far. And a strike here in the third. Like, if you're looking for a great day to come out and hang out. This is it here in Durham.
That's right.
Swinging a foul. It's 3-2.
Yeah, talking to Coach Harden a couple weeks ago about Eden Bigham and, you know, how she'll get into these deep counts, 3-0, 3-1, and then just work her way back every time. She's like, I don't know if it stresses Eden out, but it stresses me out.
That's, as a coach, I would have a hard time just sitting over there without any control.
Yeah.
3-2. And Stafford stays alive. But that's just me. Three-two. And a leadoff walk starts the third. Kruger will come on to be the pinch runner here for the Blue Devils. And Matthews will bat here for the Blue Devils. You know, last night it was the bottom of the order that sort of got things going for Duke, hoping for a similar story here in the third inning. First pitch is smacked foul for strike one.
Yeah, and you could see Hannah Tober playing in, thinking maybe Matthews will drop a bunt here to move the runners over for Deanna Jennings. It looks like they're going to play Macy Eaton back because Alex Call shaded up towards second base.
Inside for a ball. I wouldn't hit anything in the direction of Alex Call.
No.
She was so good last night.
Yeah, she's been great all series long. Just really fun to watch. Great fundamentals, but can make the spectacular play as well.
2-1. Feels like we're seeing Duke may be a little more selective against Bingham here.
Yeah, Bingham missing a little bit off the outside edge of that curveball. If she had a little bit more command, I could see these Duke righties going to attack that pitch.
Another one right there where it just feels like she's maybe nibbling a little bit.
Yeah, and Eden Bigham and her staff know more than anybody what those physical cues are that lead to that result. But to your point, Chris, this is a 9 spot. You got to go attack. Let your defense work behind you.
Especially with Jennings and Vega due up. But a strike there fills up the count. There is Jennings, hoping for a chance with 2 runners on base. Good swing by Matthews to stay alive. Addie Matthews looking for her first hit in the series, 0 for 4. Couple of walks, a pair of strikeouts. But it's not just about getting a hit, it's about finding your way on base, and particularly in the 9-hole, just keeping the line moving.
Yep, seeing pitches, extending the outing for Eden Bigham.
And ball 4, back-to-back walks have opened the third for the Blue Devils. And a big spot here for Jennings. 2 on, nobody out. And a chance for the top of this Duke order to really do some damage.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I wouldn't be surprised if they put something down on the ground here. Deanna Jennings try to pull it right side, knowing Macy Eaton's playing back, but Hannah Tober playing close.
Line foul down the right field line. Or, you know, just smack a double down the right field line.
Works too.
Yeah.
Well, that's what makes her so good. She came in as a freshman and really moved her feet, did a lot of chop slaps, power slaps, but she can stand in there. And it was actually in the Super Regional at Missouri where she stood in, had a huge home run late, her first home run. And then since then, she now has all the tools, which is so tough to play as a defense.
Went to go slap one there and got hit what looked like on the knee and will be awarded first base. And the base is loaded for Duke. And Coach Harding comes out and wants to have a conversation with Roger Potts, the home plate umpire. I wonder if the argument here is that Jennings offered at the pitch.
Yeah, they're going to ask that question here as we see. Yeah, didn't offer there, pulled back, was inside the box.
Like it might have gotten her on the ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, ouch. So the bases are loaded, nobody out, and Amina Vega will be the batter. 7th batter, by the way, that Hardin has hit this year. And now a double visit for Virginia.
Yeah, going to have a conversation here about priorities, how they want to play this. Do you want to play the infield back and try to prevent the big inning, or they want to play the infield in, get the out at home? And then for Coach Allred Stoker, the pitching coach for this Virginia team, having a conversation with Eden Bigham and her catcher Reagan Hickey to get on the same page about what feels good right now.
Saw Courtney Lane loosening in the bullpen for Virginia. Big spot in the game here. Virginia felt like they had, at least to me, all the momentum in this game, but it's been Duke with the free offense in the 3rd.
Absolutely, and it started with Jayla Stafford, who had really good patience. Bigham not quite attacking the zone the way that she would want to, and then a great at-bat by Addie Matthews to battle, and then take a pitch off the edge to get on base. And then to your point, Chris, the free pass of getting hit by Deanna Jennings to now lead to Amina Vega with an opportunity to break things open.
Vega singled her last time. It's the only hit of the game for Duke. Can Vega come through in the clutch for Duke? First pitch is low. Vega knows they've got to come right at her, too, with the bases loaded.
That's right.
A strike to even the count. If you're Vega here, are you looking one pitch, one spot, or looking for a certain part of the plate?
Yeah, I think so, and I think for Vega, she's seen Eden Bigham before. She's been pitched, and she's gotten a steady diet of inside. That one up and away, and so where do they go here?
Fouled straight back. Good swing there by Vega.
Yeah, and swinging at the changeup. I wonder if that's the pitch that she went in knowing she's going to get, if she's going to sell out for that pitch. But now has to attack and has to defend both the off-speed and the up and in fast, along with that nasty screwball that works away from her barrel.
Fouled away again, went up in the zone that time, and Vega able to fight it off. Dangerous hitter in Oakland on deck. This is the tough part of the Duke order. Not that there's an easy part of the Duke order. 1-2. Vega pops it up on the infield. Infield fly in effect. Call makes the catch, and a big first out for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, that's a huge out and just a huge sequence for Eden Bigham to come back, work in the changeup, but also locate the screwball on the outside edge and the rise ball. Sometimes as a hitter, you got to tip your cap, and I think you tip your cap there. Virginia gets the first out.
Oakland takes outside. Oakland struck out looking in her first at bat. Now 2 for 5 on the weekend. Two and 0.
Yeah, Bigham having a hard time locating that curveball away to Oakland. Obviously, you don't want to go into an athlete and then miss over the middle, but now in a tough position, 3-0.
Have to throw a strike. And she did not. A bases loaded walk to Oakland, and the Blue Devils cut the deficit in half.
Yeah, it goes back to the curveball away, and I thought this was off the plate. It's tight, but to me, that's River. And a good take by Jessica Oakland. Tight zone there by home plate umpire Roger Potts, but Duke gets one back.
Now Tyrena Jones with a chance to give Duke the lead with a base hit, and does, up the middle and through. Matthews ties the game. Ball bobbled in center. Jennings scores, and they're at second and third with one out. And the Blue Devils do have the lead in the third.
And remember, Jaden Griffith went over to center field from right field. This was a great job by Tyrena Jones, knowing what the righties have been getting, curveball away, but comes up, bobbles it here, and then sees Oakland going for third. I'd like to see her split the trail there, go to second base, prevent Tyrena Jones from getting there. But instead, Tyrena Jones, a huge single, and extends to a double to give her team the lead here in the bottom of the third.
And Virginia goes to the bullpen. Only one out in the inning, 3 runs in the frame, and the Blue Devils have the lead and are searching for more in the third inning. New pitcher in for the Blue Devils when we come back. Pitch for Virginia, and comes in a tight spot with runners at second and third, one out, and the Blue Devils leading 3-2. Lane, the senior from Appomattox, Virginia, throwing for the second time in the series, took the loss here on Thursday, making her 21st appearance of the year. See the numbers, 10-3 with a 1.6 ERA. Has a very nice strikeout to walk ratio, 85 strikeouts, 16 walks, and Lane, the senior, will try to keep the Blue Devils at bay as she faces Layla Lamar, the Blue Devil right fielder. 3 runs already in, and the Blue Devil is trying to add to this 1-run lead.
Yeah, Courtney Lane, the senior, has taken on the most workload in this Virginia bullpen so far this year, and she's known to be a strike thrower who works quickly, is exactly what Virginia needs in this moment.
Now, a ball gets away from the bullpen, and
Oof.
Roger Potts, look out. Scary for everybody.
I don't know if I've ever seen that. Roger Potts calls time, sees that there's a ball in the field, and then Courtney Lane just nails him. Glad he's okay.
That one's low. That is ball 1. By the way, they did charge an error to Griffith, the center fielder there, allowing the runners to advance. Jones does get credit for the 2 RBI. Now the Blue Devils by 1 and looking for more. Ball 2. Remember, it was Lamar who came through with the big 2-run double for Duke last night. Outside ball 3. And I know we talked a lot last night about Virginia staying present in the moment, being where their feet are. But it is human nature, I think, in a moment like this to have some, oh no, here we go again.
Absolutely.
There's a strike.
And you can consciously say all day long that, hey, we're here in the moment, no worries. But it takes active effort to be present and fully engaged. And there's also that subconscious nature. I think like Eden Bigham there gives up the walk, and then that next pitch gives up a pitch more meaty off the plate that Tyrena Jones took advantage of.
Out into left center, and down a hit, rolling to the wall. 2 more runs will score. Lamar on her way to third. It's a big third for the Blue Devils.
Layla Lamar does it again. A pitch out over the part of the plate that she loves to attack. Drills this one in a left center gap. Jaden Griffith almost makes the incredible play, but Kelsey Hackett picks it up, throws it to second. Layla Lamar takes advantage and gets to third for the triple. 2 RBI again for the sophomore Lamar.
At a 5-2 Duke lead in the third. Boy, what a great weekend for Lamar. A 2-run double last night and a 2-run triple here this afternoon as Duke on top and looking for the sweep.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you have a great offense. You just put pressure, pressure, pressure. And at some point, 1 through 9, they're going to take advantage.
Out to right field. Green makes the catch. Lamar tags. The throw to the plate. And I think they're going to say she was blocking the plate. The run is going to count. And Coach Harden on her way out.
Yeah, they're called obstruction there. I have to see where Reagan Hickey is set up. That's the key here. This is a shallow fly ball out into right. Remember, Madison Green, first time playing right field here in this series. And that leading edge is blocked by that knee. As we take a look, it looks though that she has access to the plate here. The key differentiation in the rule from years past is if you are blocking that leading edge, it is obstruction, regardless of if you have the ball or whatever the play may be. Now, essentially what the rule has changed to, as we get if we hear from our umpires here, they're going to challenge this one. The difference is this year, Chris, is that no matter if you block or don't block, if it is not consequential on the play, there is no obstruction. So how it was described to me by our ESPN rules folks is if you set up not blocking the leading edge, no obstruction, ball, tag, great.
Okay.
If you set up blocking the leading edge or just blocking the plate, and then you get the ball and the runner is coming into you and it really is not consequential whether you blocked it or not, then no obstruction. However, if you block the plate and in the umpire's judgment the runner has to then avoid you and you do not have the ball as the catcher, that is obstruction. Or another piece is if you slide in straight and you hit that catcher before they have the softball, then that is also obstruction. Does that make sense?
It does, actually.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Awesome, great.
Yeah. So, all of that to say, a lot to look at for Roger Potts.
Yes.
So, as you look at this play specifically,
yes,
what do you think?
So this is a tough one. I think this is why the obstruction rule gets the hair on the back of everyone's necks up, because I don't think Reagan Hickey was in necessarily a bad position. I thought I saw the plate available, but if I'm Layla Lamar at third base, I'm sliding straight in because you give yourself the best chance. If she has the ball already and you want to hook slide, that's a different story. But if she gets her foot in and makes contact before Reagan Hickey has the ball and she's set up in that obstruction position, then you give yourself the best chance to make that very obvious. I think in the umpire's judgment, what they might have seen is the obstruction setup. She's blocking the plate. Layla Lamar has to then avoid her. And so that's a judgment call, and that's why I don't envy the umpires when they have to make these types of decisions.
And remember, was called obstruction on the field,
yes.
So you have to have conclusive evidence to overturn the call.
Yes. And there is a human element there
Sure
that
there is.
Roger Potts is not in that replay area. It's his counterparts.
As it should be.
Exactly, but having to overturn your colleague. And
here come the umpires. And Tatum Stoling will give us the verdict. Call on the field stands, they say.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think what Roger Potts probably surmised there is that the setup was an obstructed setup, and it also impacted Layla Marr's slide, having to go around her. So the run scores.
Now Rodriguez, the 9th hitter in the inning for the Blue Devils. And a 6-2 Duke lead. That's outside 2-0. And if you're Duke, you certainly love the way the offense has figured things out in the third. Probably also wondering, do we have enough pitching to get to the finish line today?
Absolutely. And that's why Game 3s in a series like this are going to be really interesting. And a shootout, we saw it a couple weeks ago with Stanford and Duke. What an insane game that was.
I'd be okay if we didn't have one of those today.
Listen, I was emotionally dead. I can't imagine how the players and the teams felt.
There's a strike. All 6 runs for Duke this inning. 2-run single for Jones, 2-run triple for Lamar, the big blows. And it's 3-2 on Rodriguez. And the inning started with a walk, and then a hit batter. And then you felt like, okay, maybe UVA is going to get out of it after Vega popped out, but credit Duke finding a way to capitalize. And the side is retired. 6-run score in the inning for the Blue Devils on just 2 hits, and it's the Blue Devils by 4 after 3. The third inning was for you. So you see the Virginia home run, single, fly out, single, ground out. And then look at Duke in the bottom half. Walk, hit batter, walk, single, triple, strikeout. 6 runs scored. All the runs, not all of them, but 7 total runs in the third inning.
Yeah, and you can even see in the hit totals for both these teams.
Yeah.
Duke only 3 hits, but they get 6 runs. Virginia's only scored 2 runs, but with those 6 hits. And so although the score lopsided in Duke's favor right now, I mean, these are 2 offenses that are definitely hitting their stride.
Outside for a strike on Hannah Tober. KK Mathis continues in the circle for Duke. We're talking about Mathis and her high school numbers when she was out there the last half inning. Like, we make a big deal that, she's making her 3rd career appearance. They've all come this week. But it's not like pitching is foreign to her.
Right.
She threw a lot in high school.
Right. And that's not uncommon with a lot of athletes in college softball. They've done pitching. I mean, it was standard that everyone's going to try pitching.
Sure.
And especially with KK Mathis, who's such a phenomenal athlete, can do everything well. It's no surprise that she had 400 innings pitched in high school. and was one of the best pitchers in Ohio. But I mean, you look back a couple years ago, Claire Davidson for this Duke team, an All-American who you see up on the outfield wall, she came in as a pitcher. And so head coach Marissa Young, knowing the history there, having recruited KK Mathis a little bit in high school, knew that this was an option in her back pocket.
Line and caught at third by Jones. A leaping catch for the first out.
Yeah, huge out there too. Just to shut that inning, we talked about it last night. When you score and then your defense comes up and makes a great play to start off that next inning, that is huge. So you get the first out for KK Mathis.
Back to the top of the order now, and Jade Hilton for Virginia. Some of it, though, as it relates to, hitters and pitchers, as that ball hit deep to left, and Hilton with an answer for the Cavaliers. She leaves the yard, her 5th of the year, and all of a sudden Virginia has struck back, and the Cavaliers are right back in it.
Whoa. You could hear the entire stadium just go, whoa. And that's how you know you hit the ball hard. This pitch creeps out of the middle, and that's all Jade Hilton needs to get the barrel extended. Knew it right away, absolutely drilled. Launch angle on display off the scoreboard to get her team within 3.
And after going 1 for 7 in the first 2 days of this series, Hilton has broken out in a big way. 3 for 3, 2 singles, 2 RBI, and now a solo home run.
Yeah, and for this Duke team, they had to know they're not going to keep Jade Hilton quiet for long. She's not an athlete that's going to go 0 for 9, 0 for 10 throughout a series. And Game 3, she has proven she can make adjustments better than anybody in the country.
Off the inside corner for ball 2. But back to my point on Mathis quickly, and Coach Young, obviously has a pitching background, still very heavily involved with the pitching. Does a really nice job of continuing to build the staff and working through options on her team.
Well, and we went down yesterday and talked to her about KK Mathis because we had no, scouting reports built up here in the booth, and she said she had told KK, hey, over the summer, just pitch a little bit, get some bullpens in because we don't know who we're going to have in the bullpen. And then throughout the season, she hadn't pitched at all until this past Sunday. Had her first bullpen, gets out against Campbell, has a really good outing, and then gives her team 2 2/3 against Virginia in Game 1 of this series. And now, here we are, Game 3, another key moment, and she stepped up big.
Strike there on Griffith. 2-1. Virginia, though, just down by 3 here. A single tally in each of the last 3 frames for the Cavaliers. 2-2.
And I don't think KK Mathis is going anywhere, Chris.
No.
I think she's going to be a mainstay in this bullpen for the rest of the season, and I imagine she's only going to get better through the development piece too.
Little blooper into shallow center for a base hit. And Virginia refusing to go quietly. No one told Virginia that, it's the KK Mathis show.
That's right. Jane Griffith continues to impress. Moves up to the 2nd spot today after Cassidy Hudson gets injured. This one just finds a hole. I mean, for every line drive that you hit right into somebody's glove, you get a seeing eye single like that. And Virginia keeps the ball rolling here in the top of the 4th.
And it brings Macy Eaton to the plate with a runner on base. Remember, Eaton had a home runner last time up. A home run here, it makes things very interesting. Oh, good pitch there to even the count. This pitch that Eaton probably couldn't do a whole lot with.
That's right. Good pitch, good take.
Went back to the same spot, came too far inside that time. Grounded to the left side for a hit. And Virginia will get the tying run to the plate in the 4th inning. 3 straight hits for the Cavaliers, and every ball this inning, including the out, has been a hard hit ball.
Yeah, and that's a great sign if you're the Hoos. Continue to find pitches, continue to attack. The game is not over until it's over. Keep chipping away, and as it looks like we may see a change here.
Mathis, the third different pitcher used for Duke. And it'll be a new pitcher for the Blue Devils. We'll tell you all about the new Blue Devil when we come back. Virginia threatening, down by 3 in the 4th. The Duke bullpen and trying to restore order for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, tough situation for this Duke team as Virginia has come right back and applied pressure, but the senior has been a weapon in this bullpen for her entire career, and they're going to need her in a moment right now. Look at the numbers, 93 in the third innings pitch. She's been the workhorse for this Duke team and this pitching staff. 85 punch-outs to 53 walks. And when you look at what she brings to the table, it's elite movement up in the zone. She's going to throw hard. She's got curve up with run, and then she's also got a nasty two-seamer. She's got all the tools. She's mixing in that changeup more and more, and she can show a drop ball. Her key, though, is to limit the misses over the middle of the plate. When she can do that, her stuff is elite enough. She doesn't have to be perfect, but if she can nibble around the edges more, she is really tough to beat.
Came in last night, earned her first save of the season, worked the final 2 innings of the game. 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Stranded the tying run at third and the go-ahead run at second, striking out Tober to end the game. And now faces Hackett with 2 on and 1 out in the 4th. And it's grounded to third. What a pick by Jones. Steps on third, but cannot get the out at first. But once again, Jones flashing the leather for the Blue Devils.
It's a great play by Jones to just glove this ball. Short hop drilled. I think her momentum taking her over to Vega. She considered there throwing it to Vega and going for the double play on that way, but chooses to get that lead out, give her team 2 outs, and keep that runner off third base.
Now Hickey will bat 0 for 2 in the game. Takes strike 1. Now, kudos to Virginia for fighting back. Would be easy for the Cavaliers just to say, well, it's not our weekend, but they have not done anything but continue to fight. Oh, and 2 on Hickey.
Yeah, and you look at the offense, I mean, scored 1 in the second, scored 1 in the third, scored 1 in the fourth. Like, they're consistently putting good at-bats together. They just haven't had that big inning. And on the other side of things, for the Virginia pitching staff, they've enabled that big inning in the third with the free passes.
0-2. Hickey lays off the pitch upstairs. And again stays alive. Hickey does have 9 home runs. She represents the tying run in the 4th. Out to center, a base hit. To third, getting the green light is Eaton. The throw to the plate, offline, throw to third is in time to end the inning. Virginia gets a run back, and the Cavaliers trail by 2. Blue Devils in front by 2 as we head to the last of the 4th inning on this Easter weekend. Nice day for a ball game. Great to have you with us. What's your go-to Easter candy?
Ooh, chocolate.
Yeah.
Like an egg? Yeah.
The Reese's eggs.
No.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
Absolutely not. Or the chocolate bunny, the hollow chocolate bunny.
What do you mean absolutely not? You don't like the bunny filled with
Listen,
peanut butter?
No, it's not that I don't like it. It's just a lot. It's
a lot of carbs.
So much.
I get it, but
well, just the peanut butter, the taste of it. It's kind of like if you eat eggs every morning for a while, and then you're like, I can't even look at an egg again.
Fair.
Or salmon.
I don't do fish.
You know. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
To each their own, Chris.
I only do oysters.
Oh, okay.
Big oyster fan.
That would be awesome if we had some raw oysters.
Oh, any kind of oysters.
Okay, what's your
Yeah.
favorite though? Will you eat raw?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You been to St. Roche and Raleigh?
Oh, my gosh.
It's a good spot.
The Rockefeller there is tremendous. We gotta go now. I'm getting hungry.
I know.
By the way,
If someone could bring some oysters, please, to the booth.
yeah, I'm sure
We're having such a tough day up here watching this great softball
we
game.
really are. 1-1. Stafford out to left field. Hackett can't make the play. Stafford on her way to second base, but will hold on as Hackett collects the ball quickly and limits Stafford to just a single.
I didn't get a chance to see if Stafford either tripped or slowed down, but just drills this curveball that caught too much of the white. Hackett does everything she can to make this play close, and it looks like it's going to be a stand-up double, but instead Stafford stays at first base. Wonder if she hesitated or tripped or something, but Virginia will take it.
Now Matthews bats and takes low. You know, it was the bottom of the order for Duke last inning. Stafford and Matthews that drew those back-to-back walks that got that 6-run inning started. Outside ball 2. Let's go back and take one more look. Watch Stafford here as she rounds first base.
Yeah, it looks like she holds herself up. Maybe she thought the ball was closer, but I mean, in that situation, of course, you know, you think you should have 2, but if you're not sure and you hesitate, safest option, you've got a leadoff single, go back to bat, retreat, and learn from it next time.
Lane continues in the circle for Virginia. It's 3-1. I asked you last inning, you know, for the Blue Devils, maybe do we have enough pitching to get to the finish line? Perhaps a similar conversation in the Virginia dugout on this series finale. Up the middle, oh, gloved nicely by Lane to second for 1, and that's all they'll get.
Great play by Lane to immediately know where she's going with the ball. No hesitation from the senior in the circle to get that lead out. Addie Matthews gets a good piece, but great defense and PFP from the Virginia Cavaliers.
Back to the top of the order, and Jennings was hit by a pitch and scored last inning. Out to left center field, and off the top of the wall to third base goes Matthews. The throw is not in time, and they're at second and third for Duke.
You know, Chris, to your point about having pitching, having depth, it's hard to have depth against a hitter like Deanna Jennings. She makes it look too easy. Gets a pitch out over the middle, lefty-lefty matchup, gets the barrel out in front of her, and does not miss it. I don't know if there is a pitching staff in the country right now that has the depth to get through Game 3 without giving up some runs throughout the ballgame.
And now Duke a chance to rebuttal the 2 runs they gave up in the top of the inning. Amina Vega, 1 for 2 in the game. Swings and fouls it for strike 1. That just speaks to just how good this sport has become.
Yeah.
And everybody has got a lineup that can beat you now.
Absolutely. And they'll keep you in every game.
Upstairs to even the count.
And you know, I know, Chris, you're a baseball fan. I'm also a very big baseball fan. And there's just a lot of parity in baseball because of the the variety of arms that you're going to see in the offense is it's anyone's game on any given day. You see more Cinderella stories going to the World Series than you might in softball.
Out to right field, Green charging, makes the catch. Back to tag goes Matthews. The throw gets away, and now racing for home is Jennings. She'll score 2. How about that?
You can't teach it. You can't teach the instincts from Deanna Jennings. This one's drilled out in the right by Amina Vega, pitch on the inner half. Madison Green comes up with it, has a good throw, but short hops Reagan Hickey. And Courtney Lane, you can't see her in the frame, looks like she's backing up third potentially. Yeah, goes to back up third, realizes the play might be at home. That's a pretty tight play there. But because no one is in that backup position, Deanna Jennings recognizes it, doesn't get the wave around, knows what she needs to do, takes advantage, and extends the lead to 8-4 in favor of Duke.
Base is empty now with 2 out, and Oakland digs in and takes ball 1. Don't see that every day. 2-run scoring on a sacrifice fly. Obviously an error in there as well. Oakland comes up empty. It's 1-1. And Duke does get those 2 runs back they gave up in the top of the inning. I mean, we talked a lot yesterday about having that shutdown inning. You know, for an offense, after you give up a couple, it's about having an answer.
You're exactly right. And Duke has answered the bell all weekend long. I've been really impressed with their offense, how they've come in prepared against this Virginia bullpen. Statistically one of the best in the ACC.
I think that's a good point. This Virginia pitching staff, we talked about it last night, one of the best in the league at not allowing free bases. The 3 walks they gave up in the series opener. Walks led to some runs for Duke yesterday. And now the big inning for Duke, that 6-run frame, also was a big part of the reason why was because of the walks Virginia had. Up the middle and through. Oakland will continue the inning for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and I think that, one element of Virginia's game that we haven't talked about a lot, but it's been defensively here as Jess Oakland, nice hard ground ball through the middle, gets a pitch out of the plate, but they're out of position. Jaden Griffith has been playing right field all year. Cassie Hudson gets hurt last night, and so Madison Green moves out to right field. Jaden Griffith moves to center, and so these the bobble out in center early in this game. Madison Green short hopping her catcher, and then who knows what happens if Reagan Hickey is not set up in an obstruction position, and so I think there's a lot to pull from for this Virginia staff of things that they can improve upon as the years go on, as the year goes on, and the years. All of the above.
The weeks, the months, the years, all of it.
Time just keeps moving, Chris. It's crazy.
It goes too fast.
It does.
8-4 Duke in the 4th. If you like offense, this has been the day for you. Out to center field. Moving over is Griffith, and she's there to put it away and put the Blue Devils away in the 4th as well. Duke strikes for 2 more, and they lead by 4 after 4. mean, where else would you rather be than here watching this game? Blue Devils by 4. Look at the crooked numbers there on the line score. Definitely need the shades. There's an Easter egg hunt, they said, after the game. So a lot of youngsters will have a chance to grab the eggs.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I think a few years ago when I was still on the team, I think they had bought 100 Easter eggs thinking that would fill up the outfield, and it ended up not really looking too
impressive?
No, I would say, yeah, that might be a good word for it.
Popped up foul. Over comes Stafford and makes the catch. Nearly overran it, but the outstretched arm long enough to get the out.
A great job by the freshman to stay with this one. Knows she has to cover some ground, knows the dugout right beside her, almost overruns and hits the pole, but makes the play, trusts the hand-eye. Great job by Jayla Stafford to stick with that play.
Watch out for your knee down there, too.
I know.
Here's Weismer. Takes a high strike. Just a hollow chocolate bunny, huh?
I guess it sounds so good right now, honestly.
So does some Oyster Rockefeller. That ball out to left field and foul. Out of play. Honestly, anything sounds good.
Are you a Peeps guy?
No.
Me either.
No, I can't get into the Peeps.
I don't know if anyone is a Peeps person.
No.
It's kind of like candy corn. Do people like candy corn?
Apparently our control room, they're all about the Peeps. Everybody.
That's interesting.
Yeah. They are the first people I think I've met in a long time that enjoy the Peeps.
Yeah. Hey, to each their own.
Indeed.
Let's see how many times we can work that in.
Are you not a candy corn person?
No.
Fouled away. Still 1 and 2. Hey, are you like, I'm never going to eat candy corn, or like, I'll eat it if it's around, but I'm not going to seek it out?
Yeah, I'll eat it if it's like in a cute little jar.
Okay.
You know, on the kitchen counter.
Yeah. Okay.
It's my problem.
Snacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I see it, it's there.
Yeah. That's low. 2 and 2. You know those like Little Debbie cakes?
Yeah.
I'm out on those too.
Okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
They look like Christmas trees during the holidays.
Oh.
They're like white, like with the frosting on them. Yeah, that's a hard pass. 3 and 2 on Weismer.
Well, Weisberg continues to put good at-bats together. She's relentless in the box and doesn't chase too much, battles. Came in a huge moment last night in the 7th to give her team some depth and a chance to win that ball game. Works at 3-2 here.
And Curd gets the strikeout.
This is an elite pitch from an elite pitcher. Outside edge, arm side action, looks like a two-seamer that stays at the bottom part of the zone, and her stuff is good enough that even when she misses over the white, she gives herself a chance, but when she can dot the corners with the elite movement, tough to beat.
Fouled back by Green. Curd is trying to restore a little bit of order here after Virginia had some momentum at the plate. Curd retired the first 2 of this 5th inning. Trying to hang a 0 on the board for the first time since the opening inning. And she's way ahead, 0-2. Trying to change the eye level a little bit.
Absolutely, and that's a pitch that it's hard to do damage with in a count where you're 0-2, you're behind. If a righty's going to swing at that pitch, most often they're not going to be on time. They're going to try to battle and fight it away.
Just missed. It's 2-2. Another good take by Green.
Yeah. She's come in and been really impressive in the bottom part of this order.
2-2. And Green stays alive.
Everybody clap your hands.
Another 2-2 from Cassidy Curd. To center field. Jennings with plenty of room. Battles the sun, makes the catch. And Virginia down in order for the first time today. Blue Devils by 4 as they come to bat in the 5th when you return.
Your score, Virginia 4, Duke 8.
Freshman right-hander Taylor Smith on to toss for the 3rd time in this 3-game series.
Yeah, Taylor Smith has been impressive in her freshman campaign. Has had some workload in some key moments, and she is a strikeout pitcher. 37 innings pitched, and look at 56 punch-outs. She's got elite stuff, elite movement up in the zone, and they will need her here to quiet this Duke offense. As you look at what she brings to the table, rise, curve, change. We'll say 65, 67 with the hard stuff. Her key, as we've talked about, is to attack the zone early, fill up the zone, limit the free passes, which Duke has taken advantage of today.
Layla Lamar has taken advantage of a lot of at-bats this weekend. She starts things for Duke, rolls it out to second base, and Call can't pick it cleanly, and the Blue Devils have the leadoff runner aboard. That's the 3rd error of the game against this Virginia club.
And Layla Marr continues to do a job and attack pitches early, and we talked about this last night. As the day goes on here, after that infield is watered down at the very beginning, the hops become harder, they become unpredictable. Alex Call unable to make the play there.
Ball 1 on KK Mathis. Uncharacteristic 3 errors for Virginia in this game. I know we talked about some folks maybe playing new positions or out of position, but a team that came in fielding 971 as a group, and 3 miscues today have certainly aided the Duke cause.
And I think for Virginia, if this game ends up not going in their favor, and obviously the series not going in their favor, yes, it's a missed opportunity to get a ranked win on the road, but
to center field, another base hit, and the Blue Devils have 2 on with nobody out.
But with this, you have at least things you can pull and say, we can do this better. That's a controllable. And KK Mathis, this is something you can't control. That's just a pitch that she absolutely drills, gets her barrel out in front of on a 67-mile-per-hour pitch up in the zone. Another single for KK Mathis, and Duke's got something cooking again.
An error and a single have opened up the frame for Duke ahead of Kyrie Rodriguez, who shows bunt and takes a ball. Rodriguez denied a base hit by Griffith in center her first time. A great play by Griffith to dive and make the catch. Rodriguez struck out last time up and bunts that one foul. You keep the bunt on here?
I probably wouldn't, just because Kyrie Rodriguez has hit the ball really well in the series, and it doesn't feel like this game is going to come down to 1 or 2 runs. It feels like you need to kind of keep adding pressure. And Smith works the ball up in the zone, so it's a tough pitch to bunt anyway. Well, that one looks like it's down, though.
You know, like bunting it foul. And now with 2 strikes, the bunt, you would imagine, would be off.
I don't hate the call, though. Nobody out, a chance to get a little bit more cushion.
Especially for the bottom of the order. The 8-9 hitters in this Duke order have really been the catalyst.
That's right.
2-2. And Stafford and Matthews on base 4 times. Only 1 hit, but they found a way to get on base. Rodriguez trying to find a way to get on base with 2 on already. Takes ball 3. Payoff pitch. Into the stands. No one able to make the catch there.
But if you turn it in, I think you get some bubble gum or something.
Huh, who didn't love some bubble gum?
I love bubble gum.
3-2 again. Into foul ground. Hackett coming over and makes the catch. Runners tag and bluff. Big first out for Smith.
Yeah, huge first out, and also great presence of mind by Smith to go cover third base. That's not something pitchers typically do. But sees that it's a bag open, sees that Layla Lamar might have taken advantage there. Great job by Taylor Smith to get that first out of the inning.
1 out for Stafford. Takes a look at a strike. Stafford has singled and walked today. There's a strike. It's 1-2. And chase the ball outside there. Good pitch from Smith for the second out.
Yeah, how about Smith coming in and settling in after giving up that single? I mean, attacks the zone early and then fills it up and expands it late with the nasty movement that jumps and climbs the ladder. Nice job by the freshman to come back at the punch out.
Now Matthews takes one down and away. Matthews aboard twice. She's walked and reached on a fielder's choice. Trying to keep the inning alive for Jennings and the top of the Duke order. It's 1-1. Outside, 2 balls and a strike now on Matthews. Duke just continues to work quality at bat after quality at bat.
Yeah, and they keep a quab chart, so they don't necessarily look at average or on base percentage. I mean, those are part of the equation, but how often can you have a quality at bat? And lengthening pitches and lengthening at bat, 7+ pitches is a quality at bat. A hard hit ball is a quality at bat. A sac bunt is a quality at bat. And to your point, Chris, over and over again, we've seen these Duke hitters put together quality at bats.
Really makes life tough on opposing pitchers. There's a walk that loads the bases with 2 out. That to me seems like a bigger picture, like it's about the culture that you build. It's about the commitment from those people in your locker room to be able to fight for one another and not just be so concerned about individual numbers.
Absolutely, and I think it's also like going back to what we talked about last time about process, being so committed to the process that you relieve yourself of the worry and anxiety of results. And when you break it down to just quality at bat after quality at bat, that's an easy way to make the process a big part of an everyday game that can kind of feel at sometimes, you know, monotonous.
Sure. Especially at this point in the year, right? Not to say you don't go out there and try to compete every day, but it's a long season, and you know, when you get toward the middle part of the season, you can't really see the light of the postseason. You're just stuck in the dog days.
Right, dealing with injuries, dealing with changes, dealing with conference play, and feeling beat up in more ways than one.
Line to left by Jennings, and a catch by Hackett. What a play! Flashing the leather to keep the Blue Devils off the board.
A huge play by the senior to prevent what could have easily been 2 runs. It's Kelsey Hackett in left with the diving stretch. Virginia picks up the bats.
All right, fans, direct your attention to left field as we get ready for today's punch.
Sixth inning on a Chamber of Commerce day here in Durham. And Cassidy Curd back to the circle for the Blue Devils with the 9-1 and 2 hitters coming up for Virginia. There is Curd, who's done a great job for Duke this afternoon.
Yeah, really quieted the offensive rally in the 5th for UVA, who had scored in 3 straight innings. And they're going to need her to do the same. And you definitely want to attack the 9-hole in Hannah Tober because you know you got to deal with Jade Hilton at the top of this lineup on the on-deck circle. Swing
and a miss. Tober 0 for 2 has hit the ball hard both times up, has fly to left and line to third. Tober, you remember, struck out to end the game last night, but has put together 2 very good at-bats. And drills one down the left field line, but foul. That ball was hammered.
Yeah, and that's a hard pitch to do that with. I mean, a lefty coming in on your hands with 66 miles per hour up and in.
And now that one upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. And she stays alive. Feels like a big spot, to your point, with Hilton on deck, who is yet to be retired. this seems like the inning for Virginia to make a little bit of a move.
Absolutely. And it starts with Tober. Can she find a way on? And on the other side of things for Duke, can they get that lead out here in a late inning?
They sure can. Curd paints the corner for strike 3.
That's just such a good pitch by Cassidy Curd. She's shown the up and in, but then she paints the corner on the low and away. Freezes up Tober, gets the lead out, and now, best case scenario, you got to deal with Jade Hilton no matter what, but at least you have it out in your back pocket, and the bases are empty.
Hilton homered in her last at bat and takes strike 1. Hilton popped out to second against Curd last night, and maybe a similar fate here. Vega at second for the second out. Two down, and Griffith, the final hope for the Cavaliers in the 6th. Takes a high strike. Downstairs to even the count. In the bottom of the 6th, Duke will have 2, 3, and 4 up, trying to add to what they hope is a 4-run lead. Two and 1. A strike to even the count. 2 and 2 on Griffith. Griffith, a couple of hits today. A little wry smile there. All right. Now it's my turn.
And if I'm Curd, I'm going right back there.
Chopped up the middle for a base hit. So Griffith does get the hit. Keeps the inning alive for Macy Eaton. This is just a Virginia team that refuses to quit.
That's exactly right. And that's what makes them so good. And you look at the tallies of the hits. I mean, they've out-hit Duke today, but it's the 3 errors and the free passes and the clutch hitting by this Duke team that has them having the advantage so far.
Out-hit Duke yesterday as well, but couldn't come through with that one more timely hit. They got a lot of timely hits, needed just one more. Eaton, a solo homer and a single today. Takes a strike. Eaton, the final hitter that has not faced Curd today in this Virginia lineup. And for the Duke bullpen, it's been pretty much one time through for everybody. Looks like Curd could be heading toward the finish line, but an important batter to get here.
And this could be an interesting spot. I don't think they'll steal Griffith, but you could here. 2-1 count with 2 outs. Maybe a hit and run.
Not going. And missing inside is Curd. It's now 3-1 and a dangerous count against Macy Eaton. And Curd comes right back to fill up the count.
Now 3-2, 2 outs. Griffith will be on the move no matter what.
What do you come back with?
I think you go right back to the 2-seamer inside.
Payoff pitch. Popped up. Playable for Jennings in center. Again, battles the sun and makes the catch to retire the side. Jennings able to make the grab, and the Cavaliers retired in the 6th. Duke looking for some insurance, leading by 4. The last of the 6th inning, Vega, Oakland, and Jones for Duke. Trying to put a capper on a weekend series sweep. Would be their 2nd ACC sweep of the season. And it's really been for Duke a lot of different heroes this weekend. Obviously Jones has had the big hits last night, big hit today as well.
Yeah, Layla Lamar had a huge hit last night, huge hit earlier today.
Yeah.
KK Mathis, who's played both sides of the ball, and then of course the notable Deanna Jennings, Amina Vega, Jess Oakland, who've played.
Vega
well
out
too.
to left and fouls one off the wall. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
Oh, I am.
No apologies here. Good vibes only.
That's right. To each their own.
Vega sacrificed fly in her last at bat. Takes upstairs to even the count. If you're Virginia, you're probably thinking, man, got to go against these 3 again.
Yeah, and it just doesn't get easier going up and down the lineup because, I mean, these top 3 are who you prepare for. Jones has been hot, and then the bottom part of the lineup has been stellar all weekend.
Vega fists one to center. Griffith makes the catch. And we talked about Griffith maybe playing not an unnatural position, but just a different position.
Yeah, different position. You add that plus, how high this one got. And also the wind swirling out to the left side of the field today. I couldn't see it. No. And right where the sun sits right now in the mid-afternoon here in Durham, it is right in the center fielder's wheelhouse. Mix that with the wind, and that is a tough play. So nice job by Griffith to stay with it.
I've seen a lot of fly balls, not just today, but the last couple days that have been really tricky for outfielders on both sides. And just because Duke plays all their home games here doesn't make it any less difficult. One hopper to short, backhanded by Hilton deep in the hole, and throws it away. I don't think a good throw would have gotten Oakland anyway. Nice play by Hilton just to get to this base, or to get to the softball.
Yeah, I mean, backhand stabs, gets rid of it quickly, and then just airmails it a little bit. To your point, don't know if she would have had a play, but regardless, just showing off out at shortstop. Her counterpart, Jess Oakland, the shortstop, gets the base hit.
So 1 on with 1 out. Tyrena Jones will hit for the Blue Devils and takes ball 1. Smith delivers a fly ball out to left. Hackett backing up onto their warning track and has room to make the catch.
Yeah, that was another one, Chris, that, when it gets up into the jet stream, who knows, but Hackett tracked back, made the play, got it in quickly. And that's what this Virginia team needs. They're going to mount a comeback. They're going to need a quick inning, limit the damage, as it looks like Layla Lamar will return into the game. She was replaced by Brooklyn Thomas on the defensive side, but head coach Marissa Young, also Layla's mother, knows how much of a weapon Layla Lamar is.
Especially in this series, 2-run triple to highlight a 6-run third today, and then had the 2-run double last night that propelled the Blue Devils to victory. One and one.
Yeah, Lamar has had a ton of success. You could see Jaden Griffith in center, shaded towards the left center gap.
And, of course, it goes to right field, where Green comes over, makes the catch, and ends the inning. Last call for the Who's. Blue Devils by 4 as we head to the 7th. In the 7th inning, trailing 8-4. Cassidy Curd back to work for Duke, trying to put the final touches on this 3-game sweep for the Blue Devils. All smiles here in Durham.
The babies are dancing. The fans are dancing.
You're dancing.
We're dancing up here.
Well, no, don't say we.
Yeah, Chris, I just saw you do the worm in here.
Yeah, Yeah. You're the only one that saw that.
And then you did the robot, and then you spun on your head just next to me. I saw you.
Yeah. Gives new word to the term breakdancing, doesn't it? Here's Hackett to start things and takes outside for ball 1. Hackett has singled and walked today, also reached on a fielder's choice. Curd has been terrific for the Blue Devils in the circle. Fouled up the third baseline. Curd, the 4th different pitcher used by Duke. Jaquez started, then Bradshaw, Mathis, and now the left-hander. Looking for another series sweep for Duke. 1-2 on Hackett. Popped up to short. Oakland is there for the first out. Now Reagan Hickey gets a chance. Hickey had an RBI single in the 4th. one of 2 hits allowed by Kurd. It's crazy how much different the game was before Kurd came in versus to where it is now. You know, Virginia had just 2 hits against Kurd, and she came in the 4th inning.
Yeah, she's really stunned this Virginia Cavaliers offense. I mean, when she came in, that really felt like the momentum fully shifted in this Duke dugout.
Maybe Kurd an issue with the
pitch count.
Yeah. Technology's great when it works.
That's right. Well, I remember the first year when they introduced one-way communication devices, there was a lot of, first-gen technology issues, a lot of game delays, stoppages.
Much better now.
Absolutely.
That misses for ball 1. Fans didn't like that call. Appeared to be a little bit outside. Roger Potts has had a pretty good afternoon behind home plate.
He has.
Two 2-0 on Hickey. Three endo. Virginia needs base runners, down by 4 in the 7th. Nobody loosening behind Kurd, so this is her game to finish, at least for the foreseeable future. But a 4-pitch walk puts Hickey aboard. It's the first walk since the 2nd inning for Virginia. And just the 3rd walk of the game issued by Duke.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at the offensive stats, we've talked about how Virginia has out-hit Duke, 11 hits to 8 hits by the Blue Devils. But also, I mean, Virginia's walked 3 times. Duke has walked 4 times, so not a crazy differential there. Both teams have had 3 strikeouts. Both teams have had 2 extra base hits. Virginia has the advantage with runners on. They're batting .313, Duke .286. But it's the runner in scoring position, and Duke just having that really big inning in the 3rd, followed up by a 2-spot in the 4th. That's given them the advantage in this game.
Addison Reeser on to run at first base for Virginia. As Alex Call digs in, 0 for 3. There's Reeser. To right field, and down, a base hit. So Virginia refusing to go quietly. Cavaliers 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, the righty call just gets enough of this one on the outside edge, gets the barrel out, a little bit off the end of the bat, but drops in front of Layla Lamar, and she will take the base hit. And again, Virginia never going to go away quietly.
One more base runner would bring the tying run to the plate. And that's in there for a strike on Weismer, who's had a good afternoon, a walk and a single, scored a run. Off the outside edge to even the count. Time called. Coach Young on her way out just to settle things down for Cassidy Kurd. You like the timeout here?
Totally. I think it's a good opportunity to just have a conversation about what's feeling good, where they're missing. Is it pitches that she feels like Roger Potts might be missing behind the plate, or are they true misses? And if so, hey, what does the data and analytics say and the history of the series say in terms of how we pitch Weismer versus what feels best for Cassidy Kurd in terms of throwing strikes? Right now, you're not susceptible to a 4-run home run, a grand slam.
Sure.
So, key is to attack here with 1 out.
How important is Rodriguez in that conversation?
Huge. I think. And you can see Rodriguez gives her coaching staff some signals regarding where things are missing, whether it was a miss by the umpire maybe, and I'm privy to know what those kind of signals are. However, it's so critical to give an honest answer to your pitching coach and be able to diagnose where you think your pitcher is standing right now.
To left field, Matthews coming over and doesn't have room. So to your point, it's not just a one-way street where Kurt is saying this is it. It's not the gospel, so to speak. It's a collaborative effort.
Right, and I think the catchers have even a better vantage point on how things are looking. I mean, that's why you see in Major League Baseball, pitchers are not allowed to call ABS.
Popped up towards short. Oakland there for the catch, and Virginia down to their final out.
Nice shot by Kurt to come back there, but just to round out that point, I mean, that's why you see MLB teams encouraging the catchers. If there's one of the two that's going to make the call on whether to use that automated strike ball system, just a better vantage point behind the plate.
Madison Green, the final hope for the Cavaliers. Takes upstairs. Two and 0. Three and 0. And a walk would bring the tying run to the plate. If you're Green, are you taking here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe taking two?
I would, probably not two, but definitely this first one.
We'll never know. She takes ball 4. And isn't it funny how the game seems to always come back? Remember, it was Tober who struck out last night to win the game, and Tober coming up here with a chance to keep the game alive for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, tying run at the plate here, but also you got to think about who is in the on-deck circle. I mean, of course, if you're Virginia, you'd love a grand slam here, but at the very least for Tober, finding a way on and passing the bat to the All-American Jade Hilton.
Tober pops it up. It'll get out of play. Strike one. Duke looking for a series sweep. Trying to use that 6-run third inning as the difference maker. 0-1. Outside to even the count. Four runs on 12 hits for UVA today. Cavaliers have left 8 runners on base. And that one to left field. Matthews retreats, and a diving catch completes the sweep. The Blue Devils hang on to sweep the Virginia Cavaliers.
That's a Blue Devil win. Your final score, Virginia.
Dun-dun-dun, Chris, look at this. To give her team the series victory, to give her team the sweep, Addie Matthews with a clutch play in the outfield to end this game. And what you don't see there is the All-American on deck who would have gotten a chance to tie or give her team the lead. And instead, Duke gets its 3rd ranked win in a row against this Virginia team, takes the series in sweeping fashion. What a ball game.
4th consecutive win for the Blue Devils, who are peaking at the right time. Their 13th ACC victory of the season. The Blue Devils find a way to get it done with a big 3rd inning, scoring 6 times to complete the sweep of the Cavaliers. For Rain Wilson and the rest of our great team, Chris Edwards saying good afternoon from Durham, where the Blue Devils hold on to complete the sweep 8-4. So long, everybody.